Alright, Gen Con, day 2. We're here at the Privateer booth with Will. He's going to break down what Privateer's got for us new here at the con and what they've got coming up looking ahead in the world, miniatures world. Tell us about it, Will.
Alright, so the newest thing we've got at Gen Con right now is the Rescuers of Syra. They're the first new faction for our tabletop miniature game War Machine. The game's been around for almost 7 years now, and this is the first new kid on the block thing, so they've been really big right now. There are a lot of angry elves who don't really fit the atypical idea of what fantasy elves are. So they're very cool. We've had really good reception to them going on, and they're going to add a lot of cool new mechanics to the game. The other big thing about them is they're the first official Mark II release, which is the second edition of the War Machine rules, and those rules are releasing in January 2010. We had a big long field test, and all the players across the world who wanted to test out the game and send back their feedback on our changes. Into the company, we've taken those, we've revised the game a little bit, and the rule book is forthcoming. So that'll be a big thing for us too, since it'll be the first new edition for War Machine in quite some time. So nice. 2010 is going to be a big banner here. October is also going to be a really exciting time for us, since we've got Monster Apocalypse, our collectible miniatures game. The second block, effectively, is going to be coming out in Series 4, and that introduces 6 all-new factions. The cool thing about the new factions is because we have a thing called the Agenda Wheel on Monster Apocalypse, the agendas actually tie the factions together. So if you're the same agenda but different factions, technically you're basically able to work together in a full sense of the word.
Neat.
So what it does is it expands on the base game a lot more than a lot more typical collectible stuff would do. Where it'd be like, here's 60 factions, put away the old stuff.
Yeah.
That's no longer viable. So we're keeping this game growing, and we want to keep your old stuff still working with everything else.
Excellent.
The new models look absolutely fantastic. We've got a giant gorilla faction. We've got a undersea Atlantean faction. We've got some mole people in it that come up from the underground. They're enslaving humans to try to blot out the sun.
Sweet.
There's an elemental faction, which has kind of got a Japanese vibe to it. So there's a lot of good stuff. I don't know if you've taken a look at the display cabinet over there, but you can see a lot of that.
Oh yeah, it looks totally excellent.
Yeah, so it's very cool. The last thing that we've got coming out in October is our board game called Grind, and basically what it is it's a steam-powered full metal combat game where you take 2 teams of 2 giant robots and you smash into each other as you bash this giant spiked ball across it.
I would watch that every week.
Yeah, and you knock it into the hole, and it's a lot of fun. It actually came out of an evolution of the old War Machine rule subset that followed Grind, but this game has been reimagined to be totally standalone.
Oh, okay, so it's not just a War Machine variant.
Right, it sits apart from War Machine. The board game, you just buy that, it has everything you need to play,
cool.
including 2 teams of 5 jacks that are done in full scale, so 50mm.
Oh, okay, so they're smaller, but they're still... Really? Tell us all about it, Magic Voice in the Sky, because we totally care. Okay, sorry about that.
Alright. So, yeah, they are the same scale as the War Machine metal miniatures.
Oh, okay.
So, they're just as big as what you would see on the normal tabletop. They're made out of plastic, and they're really more board game quality, so they're replacing the miniatures on the hobby tables, but they're very cool for what they are.
Are they pre-paints, or are they like a single color?
It's red and blue,
okay.
So you get a blue team and a red team.
Right. Easier to tell them apart that way.
Yeah.
Alright, cool. Well, I guess that about wraps it up. Thanks for taking the time, man.
No
Appreciate
problem,
it.
Man. Thank you very much.